Good evening, spooks, and welcome to my winter book bingo video. We finally made it. The 3 months of November, December and January are complete, and I'm ready to recap all of the books I read and where they sit on the winter book bingo card. Because I would like to buy myself a couple of little books, so I need to have completed a row. Or what's the opposite of a row? A column? Or is this still a row? A vertical row? Yeah, you know. As there will be 3 months worth of books, I'm not going to go into my usual depth when I talk about the books, but I will give you ratings and then we will see where they sit on the bingo card. I haven't been reviewing it whilst I've been reading, so I don't know if I've even completed a row. I could be all haphazard, but we're going to try and see where we can fit things to make it work for me. So whilst I get that set up, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've been up to the last few months. Obviously, if you've watched any of my Vlogmas videos, you'll have seen what I've been up to in December, but November and January were a mystery. So I've got a few clips of what I've been up to, mostly just getting cozy, reading books and going for long walks. But who doesn't love that in January? So whilst you watch that, I'm gonna go set up the bingo cards. And we'll reconvene in a minute, okay? Thank you, bye.
Stay till the morning, tell me you want it. You know I'll go on and on, cause you're too important. I'm honest, too honest. Know if you touch me, I'm on it. Just say the word and I'll give you all I can. Don't act like this ain't a good time. I'll be in a lifetime. It's been like this for a while. I gave you all my life. Stay till the sunrise when it's only us. Oh, let's be for real. Now you're scared to fall in love, but I want you still. I could put in all the work, I'll keep you from hurting. Baby, I'll always be here, even in 100 years. I want you still. Cause I want you still. I can't deny, won't even try if it ain't you, babe. Done with goodbyes, look in my eyes, tell me you feel the same, don't act like this ain't a good time. I'll be in a lifetime. It's been like this for a while. I gave you all my life. Stay till the sunrise when it's only us. Oh, let's be for real. Know you're scared to fall in love, but I want you still. I could put in all the work, but I'll keep you from hurting. Baby, I'll always be here, even in 100 years. I want you still. Cause I want you still. You showed up at my door unannounced. Stayed up all night until the sun came around. How long will it be until you figure out you're more than just a friend? I need you all around. I know I can love you right. Don't give it up before you even try. I won't rush, no, we can take our time. Don't wanna cross a line, but would you be mine?
Here is the winter book bingo card. I've got coins And I've got the 18 books that I read in the 3 months of November, December, January. It is technically not the end of January yet, and so I'm not going to include anything I read in the next couple of days, so we're just going to use the ones that we have read so far. So this book, I actually listened to the audiobook, but I read We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer, and I rated it 4 stars. Here is the cover, if we need to see the cover. So, this fulfills. What prompts does this fulfill? I mean, it's technically got blue on the cover. It has got snow on the cover. I do think it's being made into a Netflix show, actually, so that top middle one would actually work. It hasn't got magic in the sense I'm thinking of. It's not short stories. How do I make these? It does have kind of ghosty sort of vibes. No dog on the cover. It's not poetry. It's not got a one-word title. It's not got Santa. It is queer. There's no witches. Wild card, fine. New release, it is new, but I don't think it's that new. Set in a cold country. I think it's just set in winter, so I don't think that one counts. It's not a manga. We Used to Live Here is 5 words, so that works. No cats. BIPOC, I don't think so. No coffee on the cover or hot drinks. Was recommended by a friend. Can't remember if I suggested this one or he did, but we're going to say no for that one then. It's not non-fiction. I've not been wanting to read it all of 2024. It's set in, like, I don't think we'd call that a manor house. I don't think we'd call that a manor house, so no. And no food on the cover. Were you keeping track of all that? Because I certainly wasn't. Basically, it has a lot of choices. So it does have blue on the cover. It does have snow on the cover. It is being made into I think that one being made into a TV show or movie will be quite hard to fulfill, so maybe I'd go for that one. The other obvious ones, it's queer, it's got 5+ words in the title. The next book I read was Someone You Can Build a Nest In, and I rated it 4 stars. Well, 3.5 rounded up. So this one doesn't have blue on the cover. It's not got snow, not being made into a movie. Nope, 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 nope. It is queer, so that one stands. I'm just putting 2 for now, and I'll figure out what my process is in the future. It's also 5+ words in the title. So, could you? Thank you. I think we'll go with that for now. Next up in November, I read Shiver by Junji Ito. I don't have the copy because it was lent to me by a friend. I also didn't rate it. I kind of decided not to rate manga in 2024. I just didn't think I could rate it, but it was incredible. And that easily takes the manga section away. Next up in November, I read She's Always Hungry by Eliza Clark. It is a collection of short horror stories, and I rated it 4 stars or 3.5 rounded up. And I'm taking short stories and also a new release for that one. I think that covers what I wanted to do. So I think, let me just pause before this gets too complicated, because for We Used to Live Here, there are so many coins on here and I need to take some away. But let's back up. So between She's Always Hungry, I think I'm going to take that as a new release because I think I read a couple of short story collections in the month. So Eliza Clark's She's Always Hungry is taking up my new release slot. I pre-ordered it, so that is as new as you can get. Someone You Can Build a Nest In, I ticked 5+ words in the title and queer. I read a lot of queer lit, so I'm going to keep that on 5+ words in the title and take off We Used to Live Here, sorry. So that one is my 5+ words in the title selection. We Used to Live Here is covering a lot of bases, but I can see that I'm obviously trying to get this section, but that's quite hard to get. But I know that I didn't read any poetry, but I did read. Ooh, okay, I could maybe go along the top and down here. I'm taking it off blue because I've definitely read other blue books, and I'm taking it off queer because I've definitely read other queer books. So it now needs to decide. I think I'm going to leave it on made into a TV show or film because that's quite rare. Have I got... Yeah, that's right, isn't it? So We Used to Live Here, made into a TV show or film. New release is She's Always Hungry. 5+ words is Someone You Can Build a Nest In, and manga is Shiver by Junji Ito. Okay, that's a much... We're going to have to just make decisions, okay? We can reassess later, but putting extra on the board is confusing. Next up, actually in November, I did complete this on the 24th of November. I read The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore, and I rated it a surprising 4 stars. Now, I put this prompt on this bingo card knowing I was going to read this book, and it is dog on the cover. And as you can see, I am getting that strip done. So Christmas Tree Farm fulfills my dog on the cover prompt, because there he is, he's cute, I think he's a little Westie. Next up, also in November, I read Things We Say in the Dark by Kirsty Logan, and I rated this 5 stars. Absolutely obsessed. It has started a Kirsty Logan obsession. I just know I'm going to love everything she writes. Now this one is queer, this one does have blue on the cover. This one, the main thing I was thinking whilst I read it was set in a cold country, and I thought that one will be quite hard to fulfill, so we are going to give it that. But it is also queer. I've also wanted to read it all of 2024, and it's short stories. So we have potentials if not. Finally, we reached December, and I read on the 2nd of December, The Christmas Book Club by Sarah Morgan, and I rated this one 3 stars. It was just good, it was okay. It was a festive time, and this one has snow on the cover, I think is the key one I'm going to go for because I want to complete that strip. Does it fulfill any other prompts? The Christmas Book Club? No. I don't think it was queer, wasn't recommended by a friend, not set in a manor house, it was set in a really cute little B&B. No, I think that's probably it. Okay, that was easy. What did I read next? Next, I read the audiobook for Instance Around the House by Josh Malerman. Here is the cover, if you need to see. And I rated this 5 stars. Big fan, finished it on the 7th of December. Where does this one sit? Oh, this was a recommendation by a friend. This genuinely was one that my friend Jordan recommended to me. It's not going to help me get any lines, but it's fine. It also, I wouldn't know if it actually counts as ghosts. It definitely had supernatural activity, but I don't think it was ghosts specifically. Instance Around the House, no, it's only 4 words. Obviously it would count for a wild card, so if I have a queer book and a witchy book, I can also do that one. That can stay there for now. On the 8th of December, I finished Inner Holidays by Christina Lauren, and I rated it 4 stars. Again, a good festive fun time with a little bit of magic in it. So, magic, it would include that. It's definitely a blue cover. No ghosts, no food on the cover. I don't think it was set in a manor house. Haven't been wanting to read it all year. As far as I'm aware, it wasn't BIPOC. As far as I'm aware, it wasn't queer. And obviously it would fit for a wild card. I might put this as magic, just because that one's looking like it'll be quite difficult to fulfill. Whereas I know I've got a blue cover coming, so I think I'm gonna go magic. Next up, on the 15th of December, I finished Kiss Her Once For Me by Alison Cochrane, and I rated it 4 stars. A queer, festive, fun time. So, it is not a blue cover. I don't know if it looks blue to you, it's purple, but it was queer. It was set at Christmas time. I don't think it fulfills any other prompts other than queer at this stage. So we are going to go with that. It was a sapphic romance and I loved it. My book pile looks like it's going to fall over. Next up, just before Christmas, on the 23rd of December, I finished House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland, and I rated it a very disappointing 3 stars. I had high hopes. I thought this was going to be a 5 stars after reading the invocations, but that's okay. That's fine. The 3 sisters in this book, I am pretty sure, were witches. They had special powers, and that puts them there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Next up, oh, we're still in December. On the 29th of December, I finished Autumn by Ali Smith, and I rated it 3 stars. It was okay. The covers are probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Now, this is a 1-word title. I read it in kind of the wrong season, but I just really wanted to read winter, so I had to get through it quick. It is a 1-word title. It would obviously suit a wild card. Otherwise, I don't think it would match anything else on this. So we are going to go 1-word title. We have officially made it to January, where the first book of 2025 was The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. I finished it on the 5th of January and I rated it 5 stars. Oh my god, did I love this book. Now, I did a little bit of research, you guys, a little bit of research, because I thought this prompt is going to be heckin' hard to fulfill. Because I just assumed that I would be reading lots of wintry horror books, and they tend to be set in manor houses back in the day. I actually didn't read that much horror, so I was struggling, but I did my research because I thought the doll's house that they create in this book kind of looks like a manor house. And because it's loosely based on a true story, I did my research about the Cabinet House, and it is based on a manor house in Amsterdam. So what a beautiful treat that was for me, and that fulfills my manor house prompt. My cat is right by the camera. If you knock this over... Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, no, don't mess up the process. Oh my goodness, bumholes. I'm frightened. Could you move? That fulfills my manor house prompt, and I've made a row. Bingo! Wait, do you say bingo for a row? They would hate me at bingo. You say line. I don't know what you say. I'm gonna say bingo, and that's £5. You can't see it very well, but it's clear, I promise. I'm allowed to spend £5 on books so far. Out of the way, you beautiful 5-star book. I'm gonna run out of coins. I think I might run out of coins. Next up, on the 8th of January, I finished Winter by Ali Smith. And again, rated it 3 stars. I like this one, I think, a bit more. And this, I mean, what have I got left? It has blue on the cover. It is a blue cover. We're going with that. Ooh, interesting. Next up, I read The House of Doors by Tan Tuan Eng. And I rated this 3 stars. What are we left with? I mean, obviously it would do for a wild card. No hot drinks on the cover, no food on the cover. It is a BIPOC author, so that would work. Otherwise, I don't think it fulfills any of the prompts left, so we'll go with that one. Next up, I read. There are 4 books I haven't yet included on my Goodreads, but we will do those at the end. So next up on the 16th of Jan, I finished, finally, The Glutton by A.K. Blakemore. This has been on my list to read for a long time, so it would definitely fulfill that New Year's Eve headband prompt. It would also fulfill the food prompt, because he is eating that rat. That is the whole point. Obviously it'd work for a wild card, so I could technically do that one. Do I want to do that one? I was kind of anticipating doing this one, but I actually don't think I've read a ghosty story. Unless there's something that I've put down as something else which should have been ghost. I can reassess. But for now, I think I'll put it as wild then, so I can get that £5. But I would quite like to put it here for food. I just need to reassess. So we'll come back to that at the end. Oh, I rated it 4 stars. It was pretty good. Okay, next up, I listened to Never Been Witched by Molly Harper. Here's the cover if you need to visualise. I actually read this for my prompt for G's Magical Readathon. The January prompt was to read a book that was published in 2024, so we can leave 2024 behind and go into 2025. So that fulfilled that prompt. Here, I don't think it fulfills anything. Oh my god, wait, ghosts! There are so many ghosts in this. This is the whole freaking point of the book. They can see and talk to ghosts. Okay, I'm backing up because I now want glutton to be food because that's really hard to fulfill. Ooh, this is so good because I can now get 5, 10 and probably 15. That's exciting. I rated that 3 stars, by the way. It was good. Just, you know, a fun time. Next up, on the 25th of January, I finished, again, Kirsty Logan, Now She Is Witch. And I rated it 4 stars. Like I said with the other book, I think that Kirsty Logan is on fast track to be one of my favourite authors. Her covers are so stunning. And this one, I've already fulfilled my witch prompt, which is a shame. There is, is there a cat on the cover? There's not. There is a rabbit, there is a wolf, there is a bumblebee, or a wasp, I'm not sure. Okay, no cats. It's not non-fiction. I have been wanting to read it all year, to be fair. It's been on my list for a long time. It's not short stories. No Santa Claus, no hot drinks on the cover. Wait, no hot drinks on the cover? Nope, a dagger and a moon. So I think I'm going to put this as my wild card. I've run out of coins, so you're going to have to just imagine, okay? Wild card. In fact, I'm sorry, friend recommendation, but there. Okay. That worked out so well, £15. Okay, now there is the 4 books that I haven't mentioned. 4 books, sorry. There is the 4 books I haven't mentioned yet because I haven't put them on my Goodreads yet. My video only just came out for when I read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. So I haven't updated my Goodreads, but I did complete, I think I finished them all. Yeah, I did. I finished the first one in November and then the last one in January. So they have all been read in this 3-month period. I'm pretty confident they're not going to fit any of these prompts left over, except obviously friend recommendation, but that one's technically already there. I have not been wanting to read them all of 2024. I've been avoiding them. They are not poetry, although there are songs in them, so does that count? They're not short stories. Santa Claus, funnily enough, is not in these books. They are not non-fiction, but sometimes, you know, that second book, The Two Towers, did read a little bit like non-fiction. I had to revise. For the purpose of the video, I did read The Hobbit, and I rated it 5 stars, I think. I read The Fellowship of the Ring and rated it 4 stars. I read The Two Towers and I rated it 3.5 stars. And last but not least, by any stretch of the imagination, I read The Return of the King and rated it 5 stars. So they don't fulfill any of those prompts, and that's fine. I did also DNF First Frost, so we're not including that. It's in my pile, but I only got maybe 30% of the way through, and then I just speed read because I wanted to know how it ended, but I didn't enjoy it, so I don't mark it as read. It doesn't count on this video, and I do not pass go. I do not collect £200. I think that is completed. So ignoring the fact there should be a coin here, I almost fulfilled all of these. There was actually, despite the fact I read many Christmas books, I actually didn't read one where Santa was in it or anyone was dressed up as Santa. Santa wasn't on the cover. No Santa, which is kind of a disgrace. I did read quite a few short story collections, but none of them worked on the board. That was so successful. I thought I was really going to struggle. I thought I would have them all spotted around and not in rows, but these are freaking rows. 5, 10, 15. And this works out quite nicely because as of today, let me show you. As of today, although it says tomorrow, this was posted yesterday, Swallowed by Meg Smitherman is out on Amazon. I think it will be out in stores too, but I'm not sure in the UK which stores it will be in. So I have ordered this on Amazon, and this works out quite well because it was £13 and I have got 15 to spend. So I have earned my spending of £13. I have £2 to spare, so I will either roll that over to my TBR game for February, or maybe I'll go to a charity shop and see if I can find anything for £2, or car boot or something like that. Car boots aren't back yet, are they? Ugh, bring back car boots. I do have a spooky book bingo, and I'm going to start playing that alongside my TBR game, but the next game video you will see from me will be my TBR game for February. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in a video very, very soon. Bye!
Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to